2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one up against the Phoenix Suns here at their home Talking Stick Resort Arena. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment,
thank you. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Jimmy Butler. Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic, and it's Iguodala in at the two-guard spot. .44 seconds left in the first quarter. Payne passes to Kaminsky. Baseline jumper. Misses off the left iron.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Nunn kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Jones. Back to Olynyk. It's hauled in by the Suns. And now the Suns a fast break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Phoenix, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both. Here's Nunn. He's coming off a 13-point game against Denver. They need this. They shot off that time. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. The Suns on top, leading by 17. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we spoke to Jimmy Butler not too long ago about his.
These guys work so hard, and they're young and they're professional with it. That you're playing that seed early, so they can only get better, and they're learning and they're gaining confidence because they're playing so well. So with me being here with these guys, they're special.
Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Just stretching out the floor in that burst, they had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Miami, Jay Crowder out there with Jones. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Olynyk. And it's Hero into the 2-guard. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
And really it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Some changes for Phoenix. Andre Ayton's checked in for Frank Kaminsky. Oubre comes in for Bridges, and it's Booker in for Cameron Payne. And Miami also making a switch. Butler's checked in. Crowder against Booker. Eyes again, and Ayton with the layup.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason.
The Heat trail by 18. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Butler. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver. Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Quarter two, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Hero passes to Butler. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Booker against Crowder. There's the triple. Devin Booker, and that's good. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is where Booker can really hurt you. Very capable and confident three-point shooter. Go ahead, Devin.
Timeout called the Heat. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking to take control of this one early. And when you have more talent, you want to keep the other guys from gaining any confidence.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's the Phoenix Suns ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. What has become a big-time blowout in progress. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what's to happen?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Nope.
Look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Crowder. Tyler Hero comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Andre Ayton out there with shake and bake. Then there's Oubre. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Boyd in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys?
They usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A. Nunn with it. And there's the pass to Butler. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here is Miami. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the Suns now. So Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Passes it to Boyd. 1:53 left to play in the third. Here's Ayton, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
You get a sense there of how challenging it is to guard DeAndre Ayton. Gets good position, makes the defense react.
First one falls for him.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton.
Here's Dragic. Butler kicks to Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Butler against Oubre. Butler passes to Adebayo. 5 on the clock. Back to Butler. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Butler and Olynyk, the forward duo. Dragic is out there with Hero. And it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. And Adebayo throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
Back to Carter. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball. We know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you can make a strong case for that. You go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot.
Yes.
I think listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans go play.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Outside Leonard launches a 3. Payne grabs the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Carter outside. Back to Payne. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight they've done that and then some.
And here are the Heat now. Here's Alcala, defended by Carter. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by the Suns. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's shake and bake. Empty that time from Leonard. So it's the Suns winning easily here. There was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
We turn to N0 Thaw. Game is tied with 3.4 seconds to go. Huge block saves the game, and what's this? A full court prayer is answered at the buzzer. That
the Thunder as they get off the bus. Only one team in the league always looks that sharp. A view from the skies above downtown San Antonio. We're pleased to welcome you to Texas tonight. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, you may recall that in 2014, the Spurs played maybe the three most perfect games in finals history. With passing and three-point shooting, they vanquished the Heat and inspired a new wave. Brett Brown, who was then a Spurs assistant, said Greg Popovich had a name for it. Summertime. As in, the game's flowing, good shot to great one, and there it is. It's summertime. Kevin?
That's a terrific story. David, thank you. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jerome in at the 3 slot. And for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Greg, great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Now here's Paul. Over DeRozan. He bangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
This is one of Paul's strengths to me. Very effective at taking advantage of any holes he sees in that in-between area on the floor.
Here's Gay. Shoots from the baseline. Here's Aldridge. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, I like the work Aldridge did there. Good hustle. Nice job getting good position.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripes. And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
The free throw drops for Aldridge. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
And Chris Paul, the bucket, on the assist from Gallinari.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look.
Now, here's Aldridge. 14 points from him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
Now, here's Gallinari. After the miss from Derek White. And it's White with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Buries it down low.
Nice selection that time by White. Going to the floater. Every guard needs to have that in his back pocket.
Ball outside. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the basket by DeRozan.
Boy, I really like the rhythm and pace that DeRozan plays with. I mean, on these catch and shoots, really showing you nice poise and pace.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Pass to Paul. Fires for 3. San Antonio. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
How poorly they played. I think they were shot.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt. Anything going your way, going against you, very frustrating. Well, stopping them is never easy to do, but the defense was strong.
Two free throws coming. Officials on the call with the foul.
Consistent at looking to score. Gallinari knows how to put pressure on defenders and earn that call.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first.
And when Gallinari is healthy, he's such an effective player. I mean, a skilled shooter who really helps to space the floor for his team.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's O'Connor. And the rejection by Noel.
And you can just see Noel's eyes light up when a shooter attempts these shots. They're so forceful and determined in his denial.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was to find himself wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Dortz checked in. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
Some intimidation. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Johnson surveying the floor. Doesn't hit that one. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah. They did get the job done a lot tighter than they wanted, but mentally sometimes that can also give you a boost when you can win when you're not at your best.
I agree. All the same, even if it wasn't pretty, no matter how ugly it was, happy to get out of there with the W.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch allow to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arm.
Now here's Schroeder. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 5 to shoot. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. First 3. Inside. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got his second basket of the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Schroeder. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You know he wants that one back. More often than not, he'll see that mid-range jumper.
Now the pass to O'Connor. Mills looking it over. Out left to the wing. Here's Aldridge. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's San Antonio. They're up by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3 had this to say.
The guys on the team already tell me I talk too much a lot. You know, I'm constantly talking on the court. I'm a communicator, and I feel like it's hard to go wrong when you're communicating.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Dennis Schroeder is out there with the franchise. And there's Nerlens Noel, and it's Baisley in the four-man position. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over the rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Thunder. They trail by 1. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. To the paint, here's Adams. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Adams has got his first 2 points.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Good on the shot.
A confident, consistent score. Gabe mixes it up inside and out.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Jerome. Back to Paul. Leaner from distance, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Paul's got 6 points. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Jerome. DeRozan defending. Jerome, good.
This offense just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter. They're really cooking now. Actually cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is. Fire!
Now here's Johnson. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. Shots. He's out there to reject it.
DeRozan with it. Now defended by Adams. Now here's DeRozan. Tight defense on him. That one falls.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Trey Lyles. White comes in for Johnson. And it's Mills in for Murray. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Yes, that goes in. Mills has got his third basket of the night.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
Now here's Paul. He has 6. And it's sent back by Aldridge. From beyond the arc, Gallinari with the rebound. The Thunder have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
So making the shot. 1:02 left to play in the first half. The Thunder leading. Easy dunking it hard with one hand.
And the instincts from the veteran point guard. Chris Paul has tremendous feel for the game and for how to get his teammates the ball when they're open.
Now here's Mills. On deep, Gay, good on the three-point shot. Gay's got his second basket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Paul. Here's Adams. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you got to like how they're working the ball inside this quarter. They were struggling to do that earlier. Now they're showing the focus to take the ball inside.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Dort's checked in, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. On the free throw, no good. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Forbes. Misses the three. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Thunder. 4-point game. Good work there as it goes. He has 6.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Outside Aldridge. With 2 seconds left. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men, and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
He's done it.
The Spurs with their changes. Trey Lyles comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Johnson in for DeMar DeRozan. And the Thunder making a switch here. Johnson. Trey Lyles out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Derek White. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are the guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Good from the franchise. Spurs trail by 15. Over to the wing. White against Gilgeous-Alexander. White, good.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's the franchise. Murray with the defensive effort. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Gilgeous-Alexander comes with a double team. Johnson outside. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to the franchise. To the inside. And that one's good. Noel. Noel's got 8 points.
Boy, steady hands right there for Noel. You can try to knock this guy around, but at the end of the day, he's just got too much strength.
And White kicks to Murray. 1:33 left here in the third quarter. That one goes. Count it. 5 points in the game.
Well, that floater is a shot Murray's had his whole life, guys. The first time I saw him back in college, I could tell right away, instantly, what a great feel he had for that shot.
The franchise passes to Noel. He gets it in there. Noel's got 6 points in the quarter.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Here's White. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
In the corner, Murray with it. 3-pointer. And it's Noel with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. The shot's good from the franchise.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
The pass to Gay. Goes up the baseline. There's Lyles. Oh, that's blocked. White against Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. And the Thunder lead by 19.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
And that one is good.
Outstanding concentration that time by White on the tape. Played through the contact and scored.
Here's the franchise. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Listen to this. Now, speaking in a statement issued to MP1's first, Sony revealed that details about its next generation console for those territories, including release date and price, are more to anything else.
And he knocks down the first one.
This is pretty tough. This is really, really tough. And I know a lot of people have been asking me, like, literally full details on everything. And yeah, this is pretty tough. Okay? So they're saying that right now they don't have any full details on it.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder lead by 18. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's the franchise. He's covered by Murray. Down low. Here's Muscala. Good. Nice job down low.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Thunder.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chris Paul.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's the franchise. Pass to Bost. He kicks it to Robertson. 6 to shoot. Here's the franchise. Pulls it from the elbow. That one wide left. White, good.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
The franchise passes to Muscala. Here's the franchise. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting. First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one. And here's White. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
Well, you know, it depends if you take it personally. I focus totally on the health and the welfare of the people of this country. That's what I devoted 50 years of my career towards, 36 of which were as the director of this institute. That's the only thing I really care about. That other stuff, you know, it's like in The Godfather. Nothing personal, strictly business as far as I'm concerned. You know, I just want to do my job and take care of the people of this country. That's all I want to do.
Fauci's saying he preferred not to comment on the president's quotes. He called all that other stuff a distraction. Now, his reference to the 1972 movie needs context. Here's that scene from The Godfather when Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, wants to kill a police captain who's insulted Michael's Italian character.
Witnesses say that you can't kill a cop.
Come on, Mike.
Tom, wait a minute. I'm talking about...
I need racks on racks on racks. It's no rap. Bass. Yeah, I gotta catch it, catch it, catch it. See me in action, action, action. On go. That's all that I know. How far will I go? Asking a hezzy pump, I go get it. Location, no problem. Asking a help that I'm picky. I made it my way from the bottom. Straight. Holding the game in my hands up so high as I'm on the column. Them over there like me, don't go putting them all in my column. This is a life that I built. To me, that's all that I know. There ain't no time here to chill. I told you I'm on the go. They wanna step on the field. Tell them my patience is low. I do not need me a deal. I'm with a couple of those. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah, I'm not lax. Yeah, second I move. Yeah. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. Yeah. Racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Yeah, I'm not lax. Yeah, second I move. Yeah. Made my own bars. Still I don't lack. Yeah. I need racks on racks on. Michael Mary Jean, money on me, bustin' on the city. Ball made dollars, look like a king with a. I remember when I ain't had no bread in my account. Now it's like I don't know, it's kinda the amount. Got a crib, got a view with a pool. Love Ferrari and it came without a roof. All this money always on me like it's blue. Money always on me like it's tattoo. I was always in the kitchen like a spoon. Always broke bread if we was cool. Been a real since the womb. I don't even fit a cent, I don't even fit a pair. And I think I need a bigger chain. Call it Elliot and tell him I need everything. So I like an energy, I can make. If you ain't with the, you an enemy. I got blue cheese with the stuff in my Michael Mary Jean. Money on me, bustin' on the city. It's a ball made dollars, look like a king with a. I remember when I ain't had no bread in my account. Now it's like I don't know, it's kinda the amount. Got a crib, got a view with a pool. Love Ferrari and it came without a roof. All this money always on me like it's blue. Money always on me like a tattoo. I was always in the kitchen like a spoon. Always broke bread if we was cool. Been a real since the womb. But she had her rims on a cool. I just came a long way from the stool. Eating that pound 112 in the suit. I remember times where I only had shoes. Now this money coming in all blue. Spent 4 bands on 1 pair of shoes. And I put my on too. Cause I'm a real, I'm a true. My wrist stay wetter than a tub. I be walking around looking like I got a young in the club. Mad that it show love. Mad that it cash money be doing too much. Red bottoms from my Michael Mary Jean. Money on me, bustin' on the city. It's a ball made dollars, look like a king with a. I remember when I ain't had no bread in my account. Now it's like I don't know, it's kinda the amount. Got a crib, got a view with a pool. Love Ferrari and it came without a roof. All this money always on me like it's blue. Money always on me like a tattoo. I was always in the kitchen like a spoon. Always broke bread if we was cool. Been a real since the womb.
Cop, that's mixed up in drugs. I'm Crooked cop who got mixed up in the rackets and got what was coming. That's a terrific story. We have newspaper people on the payroll, don't we, Tom?
No, it's like in The Godfather. Nothing personal, strictly business. As far as I'm concerned, I just want to do my job and take care of the people in this country. That's all I want to do.
Fauci's saying he'd prefer not to comment on the president's quotes. He called all that other stuff a distraction. Now, his reference to the 1972 movie needs context. Here's that scene from The Godfather when Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, wants to kill a police captain who's insulted Michael's Italian.
Like in The Godfather, nothing personal, strictly business. As far as I'm concerned, I just want to do my job and take care of the people in this country. That's all I want.
Fauci's saying he'd prefer not to comment on the president's quotes. He called all that other stuff a distraction. Now, his reference to the 1972 movie needs context. Here's that scene from The Godfather when Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, wants to kill a police captain who's insulted Michael's Italian character.
Where does it say you can't kill a cop?
Come on, Mikey.
Tom, wait a minute. I'm talking about a cop that's mixed up in drugs. I'm talking about a dishonest cop. A crooked cop who got mixed up in the rackets and got what was coming. That's a terrific story. We have newspaper people on the payroll, don't we, Tom? It might like the story.
Hi, just Mark.
Stop personal.
Dr. Fauci was so why doesn't he get fired? Ron Paul and co-host Daniel McAdams have the answer on the Ron Paul Liberty Report.
But unfortunately, Fauci still has bought into a lot of reputation with the support of Gates' money. There's a lot of people who think Fauci says it's legitimate. But, and I thought maybe that was the direction Trump was going. But once again, it was an appointment which you think, well, why did he do it? It turns out they had to be best friends. And now he has to challenge him and he never gets fired. Why don't you explain to our audience that when you talk about this, why does he never get fired?
Well, he's been working for presidents. He's won 4 or 5 of the last presidents. He's always been there. He's never been impatient, but he's the biggest fraud during the history of the United States. Anybody you ask. But it really is interesting, Dr. Paul, to look at this. When we were talking before the show, you called it a divorce. It's kind of a divorce because Trump used Fauci at first to show how tough he was against the virus, and then, to his credit, we always get in trouble when we praise Trump, but to his credit, he started to realize that things weren't all what they seemed. That the lockdown was different. It was a political response to a medical situation. And I think that's when the break started. And Fauci, as you know, loves the headlines. If a couple of days pass without him being interviewed, he gets very nervous and very upset. Now that is true. You have to have a death wish if you want to take any of these COVID vaccines, folks. The ones you're trying to crank out. Because it's been a bad last few weeks for those drug companies.
A therapy to help people with coronavirus put on hold. A trial for an antibody treatment that Eli Lilly is developing, similar to what Donald Trump took when he had coronavirus, is paused due to a potential safety concern. It comes a day after Johnson & Johnson said it paused the advanced clinical trial of its experimental vaccine because one of its volunteers suffered an illness. The company didn't say what the illness was. This is the second phase 3 vaccine trial to be paused in the U.S., following AstraZeneca's pause last month. Is the vaccine timetable in jeopardy?
Yes, it is. Gail Bigtree says the focus is on the vaccine companies, and they're not passing the test.
Literally like half the leading contenders right now are shut down due to safety issues, due to injury. And so it makes you wonder, does that mean that Moderna, by the way, Moderna, we're reporting on the fact that everybody's getting sick, and the Moderna, they're reporting on how sick they're getting from being vaccinated. We have no idea what's going to happen with the long-term effects of having fake RNA messages been trying to get across to the public prior to this pandemic. The pandemic's been such a great gift in disguise in many ways, and that is that they've been getting away with injuries in their trials for years with vaccines, and they're not doing long-term safety studies, as we pointed out over and over again, like they do for drugs. But take Flowey very seriously. Serious adverse events are commonplace in trials for vaccines, and yet you are told, oh, they're safe and effective, and so they're perfectly safe and effective. We saw no issues whatsoever in the trials. They've got us away with it, right? Until now, until they decided to make the sausage in front of the public, and now we're watching it happen. And he said, when this much, basically this many people looking at it around the world, we're having to be very cautious. Well, thank God we're watching.
All right, time for Corona Craze. Steven Crowder on his radio show talking about Fauci flip-flops and how nobody's bringing up the fact that the COVID death rate is actually going down.
And he's done this. People have been by everyone at some point in time.
It's very hard to right now he said it's shut down until 2020 when we're actually going to have to run these exact words. We can't get back to normal until late 2021. People are talking about the rise in cases, and they're not just talking about the rise in testing. Deaths have been going down for months. They've been going down consistently for months. Now they could spike up and then reach the level of a bad flu, but the point is right now, they've been going down consistently. The fact that more people are testing positive, the fact that we have to go by tests, and not even serious cases and hospitalizations, but tests, because potentially the majority, if not a significant percentage of people don't even know that they have the disease, should tell you that it's not the Spanish flu.
But it's not right now because nobody trusts anybody.
It's like a kid who falls and thinks they're fine until you go, oh wait, I guess you're bleeding. Like, hey, how do you feel? Oh, I feel fine because you tested positive for COVID. Shut down the businesses! Shut down the malls!
I don't feel any different.
Please end freedom! Are you sure? Do you feel it? I think I feel it! Might have been a little already, I don't know.
It could be an allergy.
Yeah, it is like watching a magician where you have to hide the information they don't want you to see. So it's like, hide the deaths for now and then hold the cases up later on, hold up the deaths because that looks bad right now.
Right.
But again, it's just what the convenient information is at that moment.
That's good stuff there. Hey, if you don't believe Crowder, you're not just crazy, you're Corona crazy. Have you checked out Sacrificing Liberty? Our exciting 4-part docu-series is out right now.
So off the tip, it's Tampa. Pass to Cousins. Scott. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins. Skilled at spotting the open man.
You gotta keep obeying and trusting that God changes.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
An undivided heart and spirit. I will remove from them their heart of stone. Give them a
Kersey with the ball. He's picked up by Cousins. Here is Kersey. Shot clock at 5. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Robert Parrish picks one up there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
I think it's his first trip to the line. No good on that one.
Ron Paul on firing Fauci, Dale Bigtree, and Steve Crowder on the Godcast. That was a nice piece he put together this morning. Trump and
he
Biden
doesn't get the second
have
one.
mics muted for part of the last presidential debate. What do you think about
Left
that?
side, Scott.
The guys have a lot to say. They will talk about
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
on the Godcast. For the entire
Scott got his second basket of the game.
we know you have a choice.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Jones with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. It's stolen by Jones. Kersey. Excellent D there from Parrish.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Pass to Fultz. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And the muscle of Fultz. I mean, it helps him on these tough shots. Able to fend off the defenders as well.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, that's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number. Two for him.
Just a little too amped up here early. 2 fouls on him already. That's going to affect his playing time.
Now here's Parrish. And stolen by Cousins.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off. I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Here's Fultz. The rebound by Tampa. Back to Odom. Cousins trying to free himself up. Shot by Odom, no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. 4-point game. Kersey, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
He had very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And, you know, when you look at in the way he plays, really a pure shooting guard in every sense. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Mitchell right side. Nice D from Cousins. Tampa leading by 4. Here's Scott. Rebounded by Gafford. Mitchell outside. Pass to Ibaka. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment, but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Back to Scott. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For New Orleans, they have not yet made a free throw in the game. 0 of 2 so far. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he sinks the second.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league, but that wasn't always the case for Ibaka. He has put in a ton of work.
To the middle. Pick off in midair. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. And Doncic, here we go. Chalk up 2 there.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Now Mitchell. The reverse. Good D by Embiid. Tampa leading by 3. Here's Iguodala. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Larry Hughes.
When you're talking about a guy that can do so many things, make so many things happen, Iguodala heading to the line.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for New Orleans. Pass to George. Lays it up off the glass.
And he's just so long and strong. Nice take there. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Basket good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Gafford. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Here's Doncic. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunking.
And it's Tampa bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, your take so far in Tampa?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
New Orleans trails by 7. Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation. And here is Doncic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
and certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Doncic with the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Fultz. Here's Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Wow, solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad and you're going to regret it.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Kersey misses. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I'll tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Here's Kersey. 6 to shoot. Off with the layup. Pass to Doncic. Here's Siakam. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Jones. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And it's Doncic missing. Inside. Got a piece of it. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. The drive by Iguodala. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
And getting a quick head of steam, Iguodala beats the defense to the punch.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Kersey. And he converts the layup. Kersey's got 6.
Now, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Now here's Iguodala. And Siakam throws it down.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Jones, no luck. Tampa leading by 13. There's Embiid. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. He's got 8.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way. And get a great look.
Jones, no luck.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
What a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
Out left to the wing. Kersey with the ball. He's got 6. Over Siakam. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
But he stays with it. Here's Van Horn. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Tampa. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Such a massive guy. Cousins is a wrecking ball on the glass.
New Orleans making a switch here. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
And Mitchell drops them both. Pass to Parrish. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Tampa, they've been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. He's perfect from the line this time. 8 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. With 4 seconds on the clock. And it's blocked. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Tampa out in front, running away with this one. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Jones up top. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And guys, that's what KC gives you. You know, not always about the high field goal percentage or the monster games offensively, but night after night, this guy is just a flat-out winner.
The first one falls. And so Jones nails both of them. Tampa leading by 20. Pass to Scott. Parrish with it. Irving for 3. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Whenever Cousins get that close to the basket, it's game over for the D. He is such a forceful presence, especially when he's dunking.
Jones drives in, and that one is off. Excellent D there from Parrish.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Now here's Jones. Puts it up off the inbound. Butler.
Really like seeing Cousins compete on the defensive end. An imposing force whose size really can scare some shooters.
Here's Scott. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Scott's got 10 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Got a piece of it. 5 to shoot. Here's Parrish. And that one hits back iron.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Clearly a foul.
For Tampa, they've gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Now, here's George. Pass to Kersey. Van Cousins comes over to help. And the rejection by Parrish.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Now, here's Fultz. Here's Kersey. And again, unable to change momentum here. And it's Irving with the ball for Tampa. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. It's tipped. And now Tampa on the break. Here's Scott. They get the rebound. Irving's shot is good.
A good decision maker. Look, he looks to make the right plays. Irving's contributions on the glass, they don't go unnoticed.
Now here's Fultz. Outside for George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And it goes down 2 points. Irving's got 6 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's George. Lamar Odom pulls it in.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
No, doing anything they can to stop the bleeding, but so far they've had no answers. I mean, what is there to say about that finish other than wow?
Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Scott. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That's good from Scott. Scott hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Gafford. To end the cold streak. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Now Cousins. Some nice ball movement by Tampa. That one goes. Count it. He's got 9.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. For New Orleans, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. And so it's New Orleans with it. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For New Orleans, they have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. And the technical free throw is good. There's 39 seconds left. Outside for George. That's tipped. Clock at 6. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling.
29 seconds left to play in the third. Down low. They double him with Siakam. Embiid with the steal. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Oh, the defense of Embiid leads to the hoop. Love to see the energy he brings to the table.
Now Mitchell. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. Checking in for New Orleans, Casey Jones.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
And it's Tampa enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so Doncic will bring it up for Tampa. Over Hughes. Here's Lillard. They grab their own miss.
He seems to have a sense for where misses are going. Embiid, so fantastic at getting ideal positioning on the glass.
And here is Goodwin. Pass to Gafford. Knocks it loose. Doncic with the steal. Hughes with the steal. Parrish. No good that time. Good D by Siakam. Hughes with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's Goodwin. And he makes good on the layup. Goodwin's got his first basket.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Here's Lillard.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution for Tampa. Donovan Mitchell.
Here's Butler. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. In for Tampa, Ben Simmons.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Embiid comes with a double team. Here's Fultz. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And plays with solid floor recognition. Siakam continues to fine-tune those playmaking skills.
Stolen by Mitchell. For the finish.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Poked away. Outside, Kobe. Baseline J on the way. Tampa keeping it going with the new 14-second shot clock. Here's Fultz. And it's sent back by Bryant. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. It's Tampa. First one falls for him.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Here's Bryant. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Here's Van Horn. To the paint. Here's Kersey. The shot missing. Good D by Embiid. And so Bryant will bring it up for Tampa. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Alive. Siakam. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
After a quiet first couple seasons in the league, Siakam really took off in year 3 when he helped the Raptors win their first NBA championship.
Now here's Butler. And the rejection by Embiid.
And the wingspan of Embiid, I mean, very effective at using his length to turn shots back.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment.
And they double up Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Butler on the wing. Back to Ibaka. 5 on the clock. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Can they get it? Kersey, good.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Kobe, that's for 2. Embiid. And Embiid is right there.
Oh, he's a very active player who looks to score often. Embiid, phenomenal at finding all kind of ways to score.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Outside, Kobe. So we see Tampa get the win here. A resounding victory for them. And, Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
That's a winner, folks. But is this play your winner? It's time for you to decide.
Leonard. Then it's Jones. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, down low. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair, is out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's Howard in at the 5. Reagan, 1991, you were drafted 12. No good from Dragic. For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Chicago Bulls. And he comes up with the deuce.
The indestructible one. LeBron brushing off contact with an easy deuce.
Outside Dragic. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Offline with his 3. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
And they embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay. And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Rondo against Dragic. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. Again, the miss by the Heat.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there. What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And Bam Adebayo, a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
LeBron following the score by Miami. Rondo finds James. Outside, Davis launches a 3 and another 3 for the Lakers.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting basketball.
And the Heat have given out a baby, make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the other.
And LeBron throws it down.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no letting up.
Already ahead by double digits, trying to run away and not look back.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Danny Green, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. And the great one subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Olynyk, he's checked in for Myers Leonard. Robinson comes in for Jones. Heroes checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
And with an excellent understanding of the game, Olynyk is able to find open teammates.
Kuzma outside. Outside, Green. The shot from the low post is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Nunn wide open. A three-pointer off the mark.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Stolen by Nunn. Inside, here's Hero. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Davis kicks to Green. Passes it to McGee. Kuzma outside. Just 5 on the clock. With the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong. Here's Hero. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Outside Robinson. Pass to Nunn. Back to Robinson. Pass to Olynyk. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Give Kelly Olynyk credit. Sticking with the shot despite intense coverage.
The Heat shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green. And that one falls for Olynyk.
He was drafted 2 picks ahead of Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2013. Kelly Olynyk has carved out a nice career, though, but it must still give Danny Ainge nightmares.
Here's the great one. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He misses the free throw. No luck that time either. The Heat trail by 6. Loads it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Excellent D that time from Robinson. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Lakers lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and be in the foxhole with those guys is, you know, it's pretty incredible.
Well, Cruz McGregor has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Kendrick Nunn out there with Hero. And it's Robinson in at the 3 slot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Greg, is a broadcast, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derek Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys?
They usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Waiters comes in for Caldwell Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for the great one. He had 16 points in the win against the Bulls in Chicago. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Lakers on top, up by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the...
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dion Waiters is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Howard in at the 5 spot. Now here's Rondo after the miss from Goran Dragic. LeBron kicks to Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Waiters no luck. The Heat trail by 3. Out to the wing. Dragic with a wide open look. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Dragic has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Heat. Outside Rondo. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Here's James, sinks the 15-footer. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
In some ways, this is the glue to LeBron's offense, unstoppable from mid-range.
And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Bam Adebayo. James against Jones. James outside. There's the three. Here's Howard. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Leonard. And now in transition, here we go. Iguodala. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. No good from Dragic. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Here's James. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 5 assists tonight. Team swap here for the Lakers. And a new group in for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Myers Leonard. Duncan Robinson comes in for Derek Jones. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Goran Dragic. Here's the great one, defended by Nunn. The great one passes to McGee. Green deciding where to go with it. It's over Olynyk. Here's the great one. Rebound by Olynyk. The Heat trail by 5. It's stolen by Green. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Heat have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8.
Showing off the dynamic athleticism. Bam is no stranger to rocking the rim.
Here's the great one, defended by Nunn. The great one passes to McGee, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
The Heat trail by 6. And the layup is good. Nunn's got 10.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's the great one, defended by Nunn. Morris. Down low. Here's the great one. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. It's stolen by Adebayo. In transition, here comes Miami. And it's sent back by Morris. Kuzma outside. Here's the great one, and too long on the shot. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Lakers lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the floor for Miami, in the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. Kendrick Nunn out there with Hero. And it's Robinson in at the three. There's the pass to Nunn. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Shooting two.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
The Lakers in the lead. Here's the great one. That's tipped. And here's the break. Here's Nunn. And it's all evened up. Nunn's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
Knocks it down, and the bucket from the great one. And the Lakers lead by 2.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Caldwell Pope. McGee, the pass to Kuzma. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
In the paint, Kuzma goes on the attack, making sure to play into the foul.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role, tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
And the first one at the line is good. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on.
And both free throws good for Kuzma.
You know, he's one of the more underrated players in his draft class.
And so the Lakers take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
against Kell Brook. I don't think it gets Kell Brook back to the speed he went. Jim, let's talk about that. This video.
So I talk till I drop, you say I could I haven't fought me to start life.
I think that it did. I absolutely did. I
Oh,
think that anybody,
we synchronize. It's exactly what I do when I fantasize. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night.
by being able to be
And I
successful,
don't
by
know
doing
how we
things, by
make it out when we
overcoming
look out on
lesser
the
challenges
road.
than others.
Even if it
And that's just the way that the sport works. So with Vasily Lomachenko, whose thought was, look, Vasily Lomachenko spends the vast majority of his professional career as an amateur. Right here. He spent 8 years of his professional career from his adult life, right? His adult life, all the way up to age 60, right here. Not fighting professionals, didn't fight Juan Manuel Marquez, didn't fight those guys.
All you need to launch a cold skateboard. Connectivity is saved, or at least look like it can. A Squarespace online store. Vibes, vibes, more vibes. Oh, hello. But really, as long as you have a logo that looks good on literally everything.
Tip-off goes to New Orleans. Now Kersey. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. George. And the layup's good off the glass.
When near the bucket, Paul George knows what to do. This guy has such a nuanced understanding of the offense.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Now, here's Van Exel. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move through the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball.
Curry, good.
Boy, there's just a rhythm and a beauty to what Steph Curry does. on a nightly basis. How pretty is that shot?
That one good for 2.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Allen outside. Anthony left side. It's Curry outside. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
It's stolen by Anthony. Curry has it in the corner. Curry on the wing. Outside. Porzingis high post. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
That'll be a 5-second call. And under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Back to Allen.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax.
Here's Percy. Here's Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Second chance shot. No good that time. By Embiid. Porzingis inside. Back up. No good that time. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes. Quarter.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. The quick look, no good that time. Fultz. Ibaka in the post. Pass to Kersey. Over in the corner. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And while only 6'7", Kersey is a master at timing his jump. Excellent footwork right there on the offensive glass.
And that one, good.
What an excellent post-entry pass. What's happened when you make that next look?
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call. It's on Porzingis.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup. That's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he makes the first. And he drops both of them. 46 seconds. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Anthony. To the inside. Embiid.
For a player of his size, Melo very adept at working off the pick and roll.
Here's Fultz. Nice D from Porzingis.
You can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's Gafford. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Washington Wizards up by 1. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
The visitors with the ball. Pass to Butler. LeBron with it. And James throws it down hard.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Back to Richmond. 5 on the clock. Pass to Jokic. From 8. Offensive rebound. Missed inside. New Orleans trails by 4. And it's George missing. Paul right side. James. Good, and Paul gets the assist. James has got 5 now.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Ben Exel no good. It's 2-on-1. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. The offensive rebound. Richmond outside. Shot clock at 6. In the corner, it's James. Tries again. Here's Jokic. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Allen outside. Outside Curry. The 3. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Started.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they
time out of the game. New Orleans.
And team strategies, one aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
In the second quarter. Trying to get open is Ibaka. And Fultz gets it to go.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. You know, Greg, we can all agree on a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit. The numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite.
Fultz with the ball. And Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility, great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it. And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
And finished off by Fultz.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
Left side, Porzingis. Pass to Allen. Knocks down the three ball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And here is Curry. Lets the three fly. Connects from three-point range. Curry's got 9.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Van Exel. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
It's tipped. Hughes with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Here's Van Exel. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For New Orleans, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Nick Van Exel.
That free throw good from Van Exel. And that one goes up. 2 from the line that time.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Mitchell. But they get it back. Outside, George. Pass to Richmond. Clock at 4. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Richmond's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now Van Exel. He's got 10. Stepped in the line, out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession.
And for Jokic, A slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Outside for Richmond. Mitchell outside. Outside, George. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions...
Oh, the power on that throwdown!
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Mitchell outside. No good on the three. New Orleans trails by 8. Here's Fultz. 9 points in the game so far. Yep, that one goes in there. Kersey's got 6 points in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
LeBron, good.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
New Orleans trails by 8. Fultz looking around and finished off by Fultz.
And Fultz is a great dunker. Makes high-octane slams look effortless.
LeBron left side. And James throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Offensive rebound. Here's Mitchell. And the 3 off target. And so it's Fultz who brings up the ball for New Orleans. 8-point game. It's stolen by Fultz. Jokic with the steal. Outside, George. Pass to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
.24 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Gafford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Mitch Richmond.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he ends up missing both free throws. The try by James. And Van Horn pulls it down. To the paint. Here's Gafford. And the rejection by LeBron. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Wizards, they lead by 13. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. New Orleans trails by 13. Van Exel with it. Inside. Here's Ibaka. And he banks in the layup.
Well, how about the frame and the concentration of Serge Ibaka? What an interior finish that was.
Here's LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And stolen by James. Stolen by Parrish. Here's Ibaka. Pass to Van Horn. Lays it up off the glass.
Boy, Ibaka is such a great teammate. This guy is always willing to find the open man.
And here's George for 3. It's good from long range. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
Sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Allen for 3. Outside for Curry. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Embiid. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
And the basket by Van Exel.
And that's what the pump fake. therefore get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Hughes with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Anthony. Inside. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Van Exel. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
At the line, Nick Van Exel. At the line for two.
That free throw good from Van Exel. And he makes both free throws.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
It's Curry outside. No good. Shot missing. New Orleans trails by 14. And the basket by Van Exel. Van Exel's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Allen surveying the D. Pass to Embiid. Outside for Curry. Just 3 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Van Exel. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Back to Allen. For 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 16. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to George. Rebound by Anthony. And here is Allen. Hughes covering. Back to Curry. From past the arc. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field. Here's Hughes. Over Allen. No good there off the double clutch. Here's Curry with the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Pass to Hughes. Good work defensively by Anthony. Outside Curry. Allen outside. From deep three-point range. Kept alive. Back to Curry. And here's Anthony from the arc. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen for 3. There's the 3. From deep. Here's Porzingis. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
so expectations got them stressing. The ones who would rather persevere, but they ain't really living in the present. They out here grinding, seeking purpose, tuning out the useless voices that discourage rhyming. Get a real job, I don't argue with my destiny. And choices don't affect you while you testing me. And as of late, I've been asking why he blessing me. I could cry enough tears to feel the Chesapeake. Hold it together, girl, you deserve the world. And if no one else will say it, then I spit it to the mic in the studio when I lay it. And I play it when you discouraged. I know in the impossible is some courage. And I don't promise at the end of the journey, when it's all said and done, won't nothing feel much better than hearing my you won.